We're here to talk about Starship Hospital. So you've partnered with them on their new campaign.
Yes.
So tell us your history with Starship.
So the girls were born 4 weeks early, and it was week 3. So we were in Christchurch NICU at that time, and at 3 weeks old, Raureka started to deteriorate. What the team at the hospital at Christchurch Women's were treating as an infection was actually a heart condition. So we found out midnight on the 2nd of September, and then we went straight up to the hospital just to kind of get more of an understanding. But because they're not cardiac specialists, you have to go to Starship Hospital to get the care and to be the consultation from the cardiac specialists are only at Starship for children. So 6 a.m. we were back at the hospital to be flown up to Auckland.
Wow.
But Raureka had different plans. We were on a 7 a.m. flight, but it took them 12 hours to stabilise her to even make the flight. So it was touch and go for a lot of that day. We actually thought we were going to lose her. So it got to 3 p.m. and Starship said, look, we're going to come down and retrieve you. The Christchurch team were meant to fly us, but they came and got us instead because it was just too dangerous.
Meaning, so they came and got you so they would send these specialists on the plane?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so they came to retrieve her, and we got to fly in the awesome Starship National Air Ambulance, which is a pretty cool plane if you've seen it.
I've been following your journey online. I didn't realise how hard it was. But tell us about the staff. Like, how do they do? Obviously, good with calming you down, and what were they like?
They were amazing. I think they know how to work really well with families, especially being first-time parents. We had no idea what was going on. We went into shock, and they just had a really loving aura about them. They really comforted us, and you ended up building a really good connection with them. So there's still staff at Starship that we keep in contact with that check up on Raureka on a regular basis, and they even tried to get Waitaki up to Auckland to be with her sister.
So they were apart?
Yeah, they were separated for 2 weeks. It was meant to be 8 weeks, but Raureka just recovered so quickly that we were able to come back to Otautahi in 2 weeks.
So she stayed in the hospital for 8 weeks?
Yes, in total 8 weeks we were all in hospital.
And so you had to stay there as well. What was that like?
Yeah, in Auckland we got put in the Ronald McDonald House.
Okay, yep.
But Auckland was in level 4 lockdown.
Oh my God. So
having to try and figure out and navigate COVID and the hospital, it was really strict. So we were put in an apartment complex, and that whole apartment complex was just for Ronald McDonald families. We had designated taxi drivers that were just for these families, which was amazing. We were really, really well looked after.
And tell me now, how is Raureka now?
She's amazing. We have an appointment in the next month with her cardiac specialist, that's an amazing thing about Starship. They don't just, patch and dispatch you. They actually, every year, they'll come and visit you and do a consultation to make sure that her health is still great. So we've got one more appointment to see if she needs a follow-up operation.
Now, the campaign for the Starship Foundation is Starship on Call across Aotearoa. So the hospital itself is the only hospital for tamariki?
The New Zealand National Children's Hospital.
And so wherever you are in Aotearoa, if you need help, they can help you out with your tamariki. So they need funding, don't they?
Yeah, they need some support. They need more. They need more beds. When we were in Piku, the paediatric intensive care unit, it was chock-a-block. It was full to the brim, and the amount of patients coming in and out daily was incredible. But they need more space, more beds, and more help.
To donate, head on to starshiponcall.org.nz. Chantal, thank you so much. What an experience for you and whānau. And I'm so proud that you are championing this with your whānau as well. So anything else to add about Starship?
just if you can, please get behind them and support them. We don't know where we'd be without Starship and the team up in Auckland.
Kia ora, Chantal. Kia ora, kōrero. Happy birthday for Friday.
Thanks, Jay.